What was it like getting married?
That was just another step in my life.
Uh-huh.
I dated a lot of girls and stuff, and then I finally found Helen and liked her. And
It was wonderful, actually. He was a farmer. I grew up on a farm and was familiar with farm work and farm life. And I wanted that kind of life for my family, children growing up, so they'd be able to work hard. I knew that Wayne was a very hard worker and a very honest man and a religious man. And I really liked that about him.
So what was like life like? Like what would you do every day?
I just get up and go to milk in the morning, and then I come home for breakfast usually, and then go out and spend the day working on the farm.
It was always at the farm. And the way that the way that I would spend time with him is I would have to go to the farm to spend time with him. But when my dad would come home, we would, as kids, I felt like we were always kind of begging for his attention. So one instance is when he came in the door, a bunch of his kids start bowing to him, like on our knees, like bowing down to him and trying to get him to like interact and play with us. So the relationship that I had with my dad was built around work.
He'd get up early in the morning and go milk cows and do farm work all day. And for his enjoyment, he would go on a 30-mile bicycle ride.
Where I saw my dad have joy was in riding his bike, because that's where he felt like he was free.
And I'd work hard on the farm all day and then come home and ride my bike for an hour or something to relax.
Do you remember anything from the day of your accident?
I don't remember anything about it.
So did you just go out for your bike ride and then
I went out for my bike ride and apparently I just coming down a hill and crashed.
Well, the day of the accident, I happened to be at work at BYU where I worked, and I got a phone call that Wayne had been in an accident over in Pleasant Grove, and my heart just started pounding really hard because I didn't know if he was going to be dead or alive. And when I got to the hospital, the ambulance had already taken him to the hospital, and I got in the hospital and saw that he was he was hurt very bad, and it had a head traumatic brain injury, and it was scary in a way, but at the same time, I had this overwhelming peace that things would work out okay.
First thing I knew, I was in the hospital in Provo. I crashed right in front of the hospital in American Fork, but they decided they couldn't treat me, and so they sent me to Provo Hospital.
what kind of effect has the accident had on your life?
Well, it took away my vision, so everything I see, everything's blurry now, and it's not clear. And it took away, and my balance is bad, so that I get up to walk and go someplace, and I can't balance very well.
Because he had a traumatic brain injury and his life changed forever, right? He could never ride his bicycle again. He couldn't work again.
I think for the majority of people, they need a why. They need a why do I want to live? Or what makes me happy?
What are your feelings about how you are now?
Well, I don't like how I am because I can't do things. Yeah, I wish I could go back on the farm and work and haul hay and help on the farm.
Sometimes a lot of times with depression, you get to a point where you don't feel like you can do anything to change it, and you get stuck in a rut of just feeling sorry for yourself. No matter what anybody does for you, you can't get out of that. The Bunnels, we do two things really well. I'll say three. We work hard, we can yell and scream, but then we don't share any emotions.
Not really. I don't consider it to be depression, but I felt bad because I couldn't do the things I used to do.
When I was talking to Grandpa, when you heard that about being depressed, it was really trying to light that fire under him and have him talk about some of those emotions, because if you don't talk about those emotions and understand those, you're not going to be able to move forward and try to heal. Because reality is there's plenty of things that the sight impaired people can do, like woodworking. Like there's just so many things that they can do that he could find fulfillment in his life.
Through Wayne's whole life, all he's known is work. He has found very few things that have brought him real joy. Now that he lost the ability to do things he enjoys and the things he could do for others, he feels his life has no purpose. But we're going to keep trying to find him something he enjoys. And if we do, hopefully he'll die happily instead of depressed and sad.